Hey, what's up guys, it's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with something special, a 1v1 versus one of the best players in the entire world. Right now, Mikel from Fnatic is ranked number 2 in the world, and he is absolutely crushing it on Fnatic CRL team. I feel like it's really important as a player to try to improve, and if you're playing against better people than you, it really highlights a lot of your mistakes, and it gives you areas to improve. So when I'm going to be playing against Mikel today, whenever I make a mistake, I will automatically lose the game because he will punish me. And that's really cool because it immediately makes me reflect on my mistakes and it'll make me a much better player. So let's go jump straight into some games and hopefully we can learn a lot today. Oh, Wi-Fi cut out. All right. Oh, rip. Okay, so the Wi-Fi cut out there, so we're going to be going into the next game and we're going to be starting 0-0, same matchup, so everything's going to be fair. Hopefully we can have a really good start and we'll have to wait and see what he's got here. So we know he's going to end up having the RG deck with Lightning. And we just have to make sure that we wait until double elixir or wait for him to play really aggressive into us. I'm going to end up going in for a barbarian barrel here. And the main thing that I have to be concerned about in this matchup is him getting the furnace right on top of the barbarians. If that ends up happening, then what ends up happening is he's able to bard barrel plus furnace, and then we're going to be in a really bad spot because then he's able to break through and get the RG hits on our tower. So can't allow the barbarians to die to the fire spirits. 2 fire spirits plus bard barrel kills them. So that's going to be one of the huge issues that I will be facing here. And I'm actually going to go snowball that back so then we retain HP on our furnace. Really important, so then he's not able to break through. Since he's already used his lightning, I can actually go for my mega minion here. And he's unfortunately going to be able to break through that, but as a result, I actually want to end up going in for a barbarian barrel here. And I want to go same lane as him usually because I want to end up getting the counter push barbarians. And the mega minion's going to do so much work against that. Yeah, that Lumberjack's just not going to give him any value because I decided to go same lane. That's very good for me. So in this matchup, I have to be very cognizant of the fact that he's going to try to lightning me. And I don't want to be dropping my Musketeer and my Furnace around the same time frame. You're very bad for me. I assume he's just not going to go in for RGs here. So he's going to end up going in for Fire Spirits. Notice how I try to clip everything. I actually want to end up going for a Snowball here again. So then we end up mitigating another one of those hits with the Barbarian. He still gets 1, but he doesn't get 2. And those Fire Spirits should just die. Should have actually waited there. It's still fine. I can go in for my Mega Minion, and he actually predicted my Mega Minion with his Mega Minion. Oh no, man. See, that's like the next level play that you just don't face against too many people. They go in for the Mega Minion predict knowing that you're going to end up dropping that card. So that's incredibly unfortunate there, guys. Mikel is just a legend, so yeah, he just read my mind. He knew exactly my card order, he knows my deck, and he took advantage of that. So I think he might RG, and for that reason, I'm actually going to go opposite lane. I don't want to allow him to stockpile a huge push at this point. I want to maybe just get away with Barbarians right on top of the RG if he goes in this lane. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to lightning here. I'm going to try to end up poisoning the last possible second. So, it doesn't get any value on us. And I actually want to end up going for the Furnace opposite lane here. Unfortunately, that Lumberjack is getting so much damage, more than I expected, to be honest. And then I'm going to end up going in for another Mega Minion in Graveyard. I don't think he has a great answer to that. So those Skeletons should be able to swarm the tower. I'm going to try to get away with just Barbarians on top of their RG. And that's going to be really good for us. I can maybe even Graveyard with those later. We'll see. Definitely want to end up going in for a Bard Barrel here. We assume that he's going to Lightning. No, he doesn't. Okay, so he's going to start spamming pretty aggressively. Those Barbarians are still on the map for me. I definitely want to go snowball everything back. He doesn't have Elixir to Lightning right now, so that's good for us. He probably will Lightning soon. I want to end up going for the Mega Minion here off to the side in case he did. I was a little bit hesitant about that, a little bit scared. And we're doing pretty okay now. Alright, so it's all about spacing out our units here. And I'm going to end up going for another Musketeer. Going to end up probably going in for a Bard Barrel Graveyard. He went in for a Lightning. I think that we might be able to get a ton of damage on the other side because he just spent a lot of Elixir, and I definitely can poison here. Make sure that the Electro ends up dying. Unfortunately, that Lumberjack just does not like dying, guys. He's not about that life at all. I think we have to end up going for a Furnace on defense. And I think I might actually have to go... Yeah, I'll go Barbs again. If he goes opposite lane, we'll just Barbs as well, because the Furnace is not going on that side. It's pretty okay for me. I end up going for a Musketeer, and I will cycle back to another Graveyard soon. I want to keep up the aggression, because the Furnace is not going to go towards the Graveyard Skeleton, so I'm pretty sure that I can just go in for a Poison here, encapsulate everything, and the Musketeer should be able to end up killing the Electro Wizard as well. I really like our card cycle here, as long as he doesn't go in for a very ambitious Graveyard, I think we're fine. If I end up going in for, yep, okay, very high Musketeer, so it's away from everything, snowball everything away, and if the Mega Minion ends up dying, we're in a great spot. It's going to end up giving us Barbarian value, so we'll snag that. It's going to tank for our graveyard again. And I'm going to go in for a poison. This might be an overcommitment. It's possible that this is an overcommitment. But I need to end up clipping this. I need to get more damage. I'm going to end up going for a Mega Minion right on top of Baby Dragon. It's going to do a little bit better against the Lumberjack. So I definitely want to end up going for a Barbarian here to tank. And then we're just going to end up going for Barbarians. I think that this should be able to shut down the RG. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think we actually have this game in the bag potentially here now. If I go Mega Minion right on top of his Electro Wizard. It's close, guys. It's really coming out of the wire, actually. They go for a Snowball. Propel everything backward. If he goes in for a Lightning, I think we're okay. I actually have to go Barbarians. I don't like this. And we have to go in for a Graveyard now. Okay, he's spamming really hard. I'm just going to end up trying to kill this RG. If this RG gets a hit, we could lose. Okay, when you go in, boys, this is where we are. This is where we become men if we win right here, right now. Skeleton should be able to swarm the tower. I need to go in for a poison. And I think we might be able to have it here, or he's just going to light me out. This has been such a crazy, wonky game. I need to go for Barbarians. Tank for the Lightning. Okay, he didn't fall for our trap card, boys. Looks like we've lost. GG and well played, Mikel, you legend. He outplayed me that game, so definitely could have played that a little bit better on my end, but man, he played that super, super well. Alright guys, so we got a game against Mikel, our second game here. We're sauce out of good luck, and we'll see what's popping. So, Mikel is absolutely OP. We gotta see what he wants to do. I really don't want to go cycle at this anything at the start, because RG generally is better in double elixir. I don't have my furnace. I could Bard Barrel, but maybe he's running log bait. We don't know yet. I'm going to go Bard Barrel on his Bard Barrel. His Barbarian will not get a hit on our tower. And we see Musketeer. So we see Barbarian, Barrel, and we see Musketeer. This could be Real Hogs. This could be Balloon Cycle. It could be Graveyard. There's a lot of possibilities here. I kind of want to just relax a little bit and see what he wants to do. I'm going to go for our Electro in the back. And then I'm thinking that I might want a Lumberjack on top of the Musketeer here. He's actually going to go opposite lane with a RG. Or not an RG, with a Balloon, and we can't drop an RG or anything here. This is a little bit scary. He might even get a Balloon connection on our tower. Man, he's just crazy. Fortunately, our Mega Minion does hit the Balloon instead of the bats. That is the one thing that could have absolutely screwed me. I could have just lost my tower right then and there. Very well played on his end there. I mean, he just baits out so much elixir with that Musketeer because it's inefficient for me to defend against. And I take so much damage, and then he's still chipping away with an Ice Spirit. Man, he's just playing next level plays here. I have to go in for a Barbarian Barrel in the back, and hopefully we can get some damage on the right-hand side, but man, it is not looking so hot for me. I think I have to still go same lane. Maybe if he goes in for Balloon, I can Lightning. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. Otherwise, I just want to go for Lumberjack. And I feel like we're going to get some counter push here, potentially, since we do have the Lumberjack and we do end up having the Baby Dragon. I know that I can't really go in for a Royal Giant until really double elixir. It would just be too aggressive, especially with those bats surrounding. It would just be catastrophic for me. I can't really go for high furnaces. I need to end up saving the Mega Minion and the Electro for the opposite lane. If I go for a high furnace, what ends up happening is he ends up just wrecking me with a Musketeer, and that would be pretty bad for me. He did bypass there, though. Don't think that kills my tower or hits my tower, so that's good for me. And I can Lightning here, so then the Mega Minion stays alive and then demands a little bit more of a response. It's not really going to. Oh man, he's going to go in for a Bard Barrel again. So he's just playing super, super aggro to kill that Furnace. I mean, you got to give him credit where credit is due. He's making it happen. I have to go in for another Furnace here. I'm going to have to go in for a Mega Minion. The Rage is coming down. If he snowballs that Furnace, it will die, but he's not going to. Okay, so Snowball plus a Balloon hit does kill the Furnace, does kill Tesla. So those are interactions that you guys will probably already know if you end up running Balloon pretty well. And obviously Mikel knows that, so that's just something that I have to keep in mind. I have to go for a Lightning here. It should be able to nullify all damage, unless that Snowball stops me. Oh my gosh, that was incredibly crazy. A little bit scary there, guys. I end up going in for another Lumberjack, and I think I actually want to end up going in opposite lane. I think I have to. I think since Double Elixir is here, this is what we have to do. I'm going to end up trying to get away with just a Bard Barrel on top of the Musketeer and get our first positive Elixir trade on the Musketeer the entire game. So that's good for us. And the RG is getting so much damage on the right-hand side, so maybe we're going to be able to come back. I don't know, guys. I actually want to end up going for Electro Wizard and not use our Furnace because we get counter push with units, opposed to dropping the Furnace, it just straight up dies, right? So he's going to end up dropping the Musketeer. I could go Lightning here. This might be super aggro. Maybe it's a bad play, but I want to go same lane as him because I want to get counter push after defending with units. Man, I might be screwed here. I am not feeling so hot about our play. I need to end up going for the furnace, and maybe... Okay, yeah, I was like, yo, if that doesn't pull, I'm screwed, but I still might be screwed. Dude, he's going to go for the snowball. This is really scary. We need to end up going for the Electro Wizard to shut that down before it hit. We're playing really well in double elixir now, but I think we have matchup in double, if I'm being honest here. I think we definitely have matchup in double, so... He just played so aggressive and so well in single to get that amount of damage on us. I need to end up going in for a Lumberjack here, and now I don't have elixir for lightning, so I have to go in for a furnace again. We're going to end up going for the Bard Barrel, so hopefully we can end up hitting the Ice Spirit. No, we don't end up hitting the Ice Spirit. I purposely dropped that lower to hit the Ice Spirit, and oh, the balloon connects because of that Ice Spirit. Super, super well played, man. I tried to kill the Ice Spirit, didn't happen, and we got dominance asserted all over us. So Mikel swipes 2 games in a row, easy stuff for him, but I really liked how he didn't really always support the Musketeer. Quite often he would go opposite lane with the Lumberjack and the Balloon after the Musketeer got a positive elixir trade or made me drop cards that I didn't want to. And he just kept up a very aggressive cycle, so I was never able to RG in single elixir, ever, or I would just lose the game. Alright guys, so we're actually going to go into another game against Mikel because, you know, he already wrecked me 2-0, so we have to come back. We have to maybe get another W, hopefully for us. I don't know, guys. It's hard to say if we will capture W today. At least I'm learning a lot, and that's a good experience, you know? If you're playing against better players, you're always going to gather information from them each time that you lose or each time you play. So that's one of my biggest advices, to try to get better at the game. Play against people better than you if you can, because you're always going to learn things that they do, and you're going to take away information from those matches. So we see that he's probably running Pekka here. I actually don't want to go in for an Expo yet. I just want to play pretty defensive. We're setting up a defensive Tesla here, and he just Pekkas, so I want to go for Expo now, and we'll see what we can do. If he's got Royal Ghost, then I need to cycle to an Ice Golem, but if he doesn't, I'm just going to Ice Spirit on top of that Battle Ram. We'll see if we can break through, guys. We'll see what he does. That is going to connect, and I actually am going to end up going in for a Fireball right on top of the Electro Wizard, so I think we should be able to kill that Electro and kite the Pekka right into the Tesla. So this could work out pretty well for us. I think it was a really good start. And I got a little bit lucky with the card cycle for us, to be honest. So we're doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. The Pekka in the back actually allowed us to break through, but as you guys saw, it still wasn't an issue. Even though, like, he probably wouldn't have done that if he knew what I was running. He still was able to defend. So I guess he just knows every facet of the deck. Usually, when I play against a lesser player and they Pekka in the back, I just take the W, but... Mikel, he's different. He's a different breed, guys. So I'm going to end up going in for another Tesla here. And I want to make sure that the Bandit walks like last time. So hopefully it just walks towards the Ice Spirit and then dies before it hits a Tesla. I don't know if that's going to happen. It did actually happen for us. Very cool. I'm going to end up going for a log here just to cycle. It's not double elixir yet, so I don't want to go in for a defensive Tesla or a defensive Expo. I actually do like doing this a lot. It's really cool. If you go for the defensive Expo here, they're forced to cycle cards into you or drop a Pekka. And he's forced to drop a Pekka now, so this is good for me. I'm going to end up going for a Tesla, and if we fortify this defense, then we can set up another offensive Expo and potentially win the game off of that. I'm hopeful, because that's usually what happens for me. Also, we're staggering everything, so nothing really gets connections on us. Okay, unfortunately that Dark Prince will actually get damage on us a little bit. If I go in for a log here, I can go in for archers, and maybe the Pekka gets pulled, so that's good for us. But man, he's just playing this so well. Usually I would have broken through because I felt like that was a really clean defense. But man, it wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough, guys. Unfortunately. Gonna have to go in for an Ice Golem to go and kite everything. Definitely want to go log this. Skeletons here. Archers, Ice Spirit. Need to make sure that Battle Ram doesn't end up breaking through, because if it does, we do lose the game. So I'm going to go Ice Golem here so those Barbarians do not end up breaking through. I think we're playing this one pretty well right now. Maybe this will actually be a draw. I don't know. I can't really go in, so we need to go in for another defensive Expo. He hasn't really had the predilection of poisoning ever. Okay, so this is what we want. This is what we want. We want him to spam a little bit into us, because this Expo should be able to do damage. We shouldn't have to drop anything. Those archers should be enough. And as a result, I think we could play a little bit more aggressive here. Could have fireballed those as well. I'm dropping a higher Tesla here, so then I can maybe use the defensive Expo in conjunction with this and the Tesla. Maybe we can make something happen. I assume he's probably going to Pekka right on top. I really want the Bandit to get right into the Tesla, so we're going to drop our Skeletons here. The Bandit's just going to die. I'm going to go in for a log. I'm going to go Ice Spirit, and then we're going to end up going for an Ice Golem. If we kill that Pekka, then maybe we can set up another. Skeletons here, good. It's hard, man. It's hard to break through this dude. He's just so feisty. He's playing this so well. need to go Ice Spirit, and that's unfortunate. The Bandit probably does connect, and also the Battle Ram connects as well. So yeah, if I kept that Expo a little bit healthier, I think we could make something happen here. It's tough to say, guys. It's tough to say. Usually against a good pekka player like this, not going to give you too many opportunities to break through. And I definitely want to end up going for another Tesla here. Want to go in for a log. Ice Spirit. I assume he's going to... Yeah, okay. He's just going to keep up the aggro. Unfortunately, I don't know if that Pekka's going to... Okay, good. Like, if that Pekka breaks through, we do lose. So, you make sure that doesn't happen. I'm going to go for a log here. Going to go for an Ice Spirit. Skeletons again. Make sure that those minions don't wreck me immediately. Minions probably get damaged. I think I have to eat that. I can't drop my Ice Golem. I think I'd be too much of elixir deficit. I'm going to go in for another Expo here. Man, what are you going to do, Mikel? Well, you're going to keep spamming. You're going to drop a lot of elixir here. Okay, so I shouldn't have done that. That Ice Golem was really good, and I kind of botched it a bit. I need Ice Spirit, Skeletons. I need to make sure that the Battle Ram connects to the Tesla. If that doesn't happen, I think I lose, so I'm going to make sure that that happens. Oh my gosh, dude. Mikel went in for the Zap, and it almost screwed me. If that happened, we lost. So I need to go for another Ice Spirit. I end up going for Skeletons. And maybe I can log this just to make sure that the Dark Prince doesn't break through. So yeah, it looks like a draw, guys, unless Mikel pulls off some magic. I think that this matchup actually should be a draw, and I don't think I could have played this much better. I don't think he could have played this much better either, so... At least in this game, you know, I didn't lose, right? At least there's a silver lining here, guys. There's a silver lining. You play Expo perfectly, you play it well, you're probably going to draw. And as you guys can see against one of the best pekka players in the world, I actually did make that happen. So I'm pretty happy about that. But maybe there's some small things that I could have done better. Mikel will probably tell me afterwards if there were anything that I could have improvised or played better. Basically, I don't think I could have played much more aggressive. Maybe if I was able to defend an Expo on defense and then progress that into offense. Having a defensive Expo allows you to set up another Expo on offense, and it kills any units that your opponent drops on top of that. But obviously Mikel was too good at killing my Expos, so I was never able to have two Expos on the map. And that's usually what I do against a worse player. Like if they don't poison and they cycle a whole bunch of Pekka cards or the spam cards into your defensive Expo, you're able to get an insurmountable elixir advantage and just win the game. But as you guys can see, Mikel just slow rolls a Pekka in the back, goes same lane as the defensive Expo, and then it's kind of an issue. So as a Pekka player, that's kind of what you want to do, exactly what he does. And then as an Expo player, you kind of want to go opposite lane if you have Expo and cycle when they do that, because as you guys saw, we were able to get damage early on. But it's very, very hard to break through someone that's as good as him. So GG and well played, man. So I just asked Mikel what I could have done differently in the matchup, and as you guys can see, he said that there really isn't anything you can do besides playing defensive. If you play aggressive, you're risking the chance that your opponent just drops a Pekka right on top of your Expo, and you straight up lose the game because then the counter push is just too much for you to defend. If they can formulate a successful offense, if the Pekka player is good, you're automatically going to lose if you play one bad Expo. So you really have to bank off your Pekka player from making a mistake, and then you capitalize on that, and then you make an investment afterwards, as I was saying before. So you play defensive Expos, wait for your opponent to overcommit, then you can sauce out an Expo if your opponent drops a Pekka in the back, then you can go opposite lane and an Expo there. Or you just want to play defensive, and if they spam into you, then you set up a secondary Expo if you still have a first Expo alive. Alright guys, so we're going to be hopping into our very last game against Mikel. We're going to be rocking something a little bit special, something that he's probably not seen before, because this deck is not very common at all. Usually people don't run through Musketeers. So let's see if he's ready for it. After I see Hunter, I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be the Sparky Goblin Giant deck with Lightning. So this is going to be a Sap Panda moment. I already know. I can already sense it, boys. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so how I want to play this is I actually want to go for Dark Prince, and then we keep the two Musketeers alive, and that Dark Prince is going to have a shield, so obviously the Muskies will not die, the Dark Prince won't die, and I think that was the best possible thing that I could have done in that scenario. As you guys saw, we actually did a critical amount of damage to that tower, too. So that Dark Prince was OP, man. That worked out really well for me. So now I think I have to go in for a really clean defense. If I'm able to pull this off, we could potentially win. Skeletons need to kill that, and it does. Very cool. We're going to end up going for an Ice Golem. So this is a really good start for us, guys. If we actually win this game, it's because of that start. And, I mean, if I don't potato, I think we have a good shot. I even want to end up going in for Royal Hogs right in front. And Royal Hogs should be tanking for the Hunter. Let's go. Please give me some damage here. We're splitting them so that he's not able to get value on both sides. I actually need to go for a Barbarian Barrel, otherwise that Lumberjack literally gets 10 hits on my tower. We don't like that. We don't appreciate that. We don't take kindly to that. I mean, I feel like to win against Mikel, you kind of have to bring out the cheese. You have to bring out the Three Musketeers or something that he's not used to playing against. There's no way that people in top ladder are playing Three Musketeers because they're actually kind of weak at the moment. And I'm just going to keep doing the exact same thing that worked before. I want to end up using my Dark Prince as a shield, and I want to apply aggression opposite lane here. So we'll see if this works out. It could very easily fail for me. I need to actually hit this perfectly, I believe. So we're going to end up going for Skeletons. The Dark Prince is going to be tanking. And then I think I need to end up going for an Ice Golem immediately after. So we have a lot tanking for this Musketeer. They ended up going for the Barb Barrel as well. And maybe this Musketeer is going to be able to still stay alive. And it does. Let's go. Brilliant stuff. We're going to go Royal Hog, splitting them again. And he's going to go for a Lumberjack, and he's going to go Snowball, and then he's going to have to Hunter. So notice how he just split up a lot of Elixir there. Obviously, not something that you want to do, or unless you're like kind of forced to, and he was forced to. We're going to have to Hunter here. It's going to end up redirecting. It's going to end up killing his Hunter. It's also going to end up doing enough. Oh man, this is probably a bad play. I should have dropped them in the corner, so then he couldn't have lightninged everything. So if I dropped him right here, that was the best play. I just did a sporadic panic, guys, and I think I might have thrown just because I didn't drop it in the right spot. Man, this could be sad. If I had done that right placement, I think I would... Well, I know for a fact that he would have hit the tower for one of his hits. I don't know if we can defend anymore, guys. I think we have to go all in, potentially. I'm going to end up going for Three Musketeers, and I'm going to try to bank on defending this. I don't think I'm going to go all in yet. This might be kind of stupid to even try to, but we're going to try our hardest, guys. Try our hardest to defend. I think I should have went all in as well. So I made a couple misplays there, but it's cool to know. It's good to understand that I could have played this better. And obviously, I had a very good start. One misplay against one of the very good players in the world, and you're going to lose. So it's cool because when you play against someone this good, if you make slip-ups, if you make mistakes, they are showcased and highlighted to you. If I played against someone worse in a Grand Challenge, I 100% just win the game, right? Like, I played that really well. I made one slip-up, and that wouldn't have forced me to have constructive criticism on myself and forced me to be better. But Mikel, if he plays perfectly and destroys me, just because I make one mistake, I'm going to have that mistake highlighted, and you always remember the losses more than the wins, right? If you win, you're not really going to reflect and improve, but if you lose, you have to have the mentality of, okay, what I could have done better here is I need to drop my Three Musketeers in the pocket, right in the corner, so when he lightnings, at least one of them survives, then I get counter pushed and I roll through with the Royal Hogs, and I could have actually potentially won that game then. I think I had the advantage if I had done that. Also, in the last desperation moments there, I think I should have went Royal Hogs on the left-hand side, and I shouldn't have even attempted to defend there. And that might have, I don't think it would have won me the game. It really wouldn't have, actually. But it definitely would have given me a better shot. So GG and well played to Mikel. It was a pleasure playing against him. And guys, make sure to go check him out. His YouTube link and his Twitter will be down below in the description of the video and in the pinned comment. Please go give him a follow. He is such a nice guy. He is tearing it up and asserting dominance for Fnatic right now. So make sure to drop him a follow. Give him some kind words for coming on the channel and helping me become a better player. These best of 5s and best of 3s, or I don't even know what this was. He played a ton of games against me. It just gets me a lot better, and it's obviously, I think it's going to be pretty good content to watch for you guys, so you guys are able to learn a lot of things from my mistakes. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to sauce me a fat thumbs up. Thanks for watching, thanks for chilling with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.